Hello YouTube, it's me Shortnature here, back with a brand new video. So today's video we're going to be talking about Solstice of Heroes of 2020. So if you guys do know, Solstice of Heroes has been a favorite activity event for all Guardians for the past 3 years. But there's always been disappointment for Solstice of Heroes of 2020 where the armor set is pretty cool, but everybody's not able to wear the armor set, which hopefully this time around we will be able to use the armor sets with the transmog. That's been the biggest target when it comes to Destiny 2. There's great armor sets we like to wear, but we have to switch them out. And hopefully that Bungie will listen to the community and fix that issue where we can be able to wear the armor sets that we get in the Iron Banner, Solstice of Heroes, on Trials of Osiris. So I'm going to try my best to break down everything of the activities that you need to get and to complete to get some of the armor sets in Solstice of Heroes of 2020. If you guys found this video entertaining and helpful and informing, leave a like in the comment section down below. That's always much appreciated. And leave your comments if you're planning to do Solstice of Heroes of 2020. I'll definitely be doing it because I do love the armor sets. And let's break down everything from the Titan to Warlock and the Hunter. Alright, starting off with the Titan, which is going to be the rare, renewed blue gear set, if you want to put it in that sense. Starting with the Titan head, complete runs through the European area zone and land positions, final blows, and defeat Hive combatants. The European area zone is the one that we had the year before in 2019. It's the same. It's going to be the same area, probably like the same mechanics from the Solstice of Heroes of 2019. Moving on with the Titan arms, defeat combatants in the European area zone, defeat combatants with super abilities, defeat combatants in the European area zone while using the arc subclass. Along with the Titan chest, complete adventures, collect solo orbs and strikes, and defeat opposing guardians in the Crucible or Gambit. Next we have the Titan legs, complete public events on Nexus, collect void orbs in the Crucible or Gambit, and unlock the Solstice package. Last but least, we have the Titan mark, complete playlist strikes, collect elemental orbs of any type in any activity, and complete Crucible or Gambit matches. Now if you guys do remember, Bungie made everybody's life easier in the Crucible. There will be no skill-based matchmaking in this game activity, so that is great for 2020 news. So there is no skill-based matchmaking in the quick playlist, but there's skill-based matchmaking I think in Trials of Osiris and of course in the survival game mode. So going into the Crucible this year with the Solstice of Heroes armor set is going to be a lot easier than the years before. Moving on to the next gear set, this one's going to be for the Hunters. Now, I know you guys are probably going to be asked this question, is everything's going to be the same thing? Everything's going to be slightly the same thing. It's just that the armor piece might have different, I guess, like different ways to get them. Just like for the Titan, Hunter, and Warlock. Like for example, if I read this one, the Hunter's head is complete runs through the European area zone and land position final blows, but this time you as the Hunter need to complete fallen combatants. So that's going to be the only difference with this armor sets. Now we're moving on with the Hunter arms, complete playlist strikes, collect solo orbs and Gambit, and unlock Solstice's package. With the Hunter chest, the chest piece, defeat combatants in the European area zone, collect orbs of any type in any activity, and defeat combatants in the European area zone while equipping with a solar subclass. That's for the chest piece. For the Hunter legs, complete public events on Nexus and defeat combatants with super abilities and defeat opposing guardians in the Crucible or Gambit. And then the Hunter's clunk, which is of course Superman for us, complete adventures, collect arc orbs in any strikes, and complete the Crucible or Gambit matches. But like I said, Crucible might be a little bit more easier for you this time around than Gambit matches, especially in Gambit. It's going to be really annoying to complete or defeat any guardians. Well, actually, you don't have to defeat any guardians in this one. You just have to complete Crucible matches or Gambit matches. So either or is going to be easy for you to kind of complete. Finally, for the rare gear set is the Warlocks. The Warlock helmets is going to be complete runs through the European area zone, land position final blows, and defeat Cabal combatants this time. For the gloves and arms, complete playlist strikes, and of course collect orbs of any type in any activity, and defeat opposing guardians in the Crucible or Gambit. And then with the Warlock chest, complete adventures, collect arc orbs in the Crucible or Gambit, and unlock the Solstice package. Along with the legs, defeat enemies in the European area zone and collect solo orbs and strikes, and defeat combatants in the area zone while equipped with a void subclass. With the Bond, complete public events, defeat combatants with super abilities, and complete Crucible or Gambit matches. So this is for the rare set for the Solstice of Heroes. On the next portion of the video, we're going to be talking about the legendary set, which is going to be Magnificent and Majestic armor sets. With the Majestic gear for the Warlock, this is gonna be a little bit different than the rare gear. So the activities are gonna be the same, but everything's gonna be a little bit different than the blue rare set. So just make sure that you listen carefully when I'm reading. And you know, people say it's a grind, but it is what it is. It's Destiny 2. It's always a grind, and Solstice of Heroes has been out for what, 3 years, so everything's gonna be a little bit much of a grind when you go further into more details and the steps. With the Warlock, Warlock's Bond, you need to complete patrols on Titan, defeat combatants in the European area zone, and land arc super final blows on opposing guardians in the Crucible and Gambit. So that might be a little bit more aggravating. So make sure you have your best gear set and your best build when you're heading into the Crucible and Gambit. With the leg armor for the Warlock, complete heroic public events, collect solo orbs in any strike, and defeat Hive combatants using subclass that matches the day. So let's say Tuesday is Arc Day and you need to defeat Hive combatants with that subclass. You need to have Arc as your subclass on that particular day. And the next day, like for example Wednesday, if it's Solar, have Solar. If it's Thursday, has Void as your subclass to match that subclass. It's a little weird, a little confusing, but make sure that on that particular day, like I said on Tuesday, if it's Arc, have your Arc subclass available. Moving on to the chest armor, complete Gambit matches, defeat combatants with abilities, and defeat combatants with void weapons. With the Warlock arms, defeat combatants with the elemental damage, and collect orbs using the match day, meaning Arc, Solar, Void subclass as a team, which is going to be really difficult. So if you have a 3-player team or something like that, you know, if you got friends to play on this day for this activity, have a team. Defeat opposing guardians in the Crucible or Gambit using Solar weapons. Moving on with the Warlock helmet, defeat combatants in the strike playlist using a subclass that matches the day. Collect elemental orbs of any type in the European aerial zone and defeat bosses. Moving on to the Hunter Majestic gear, complete patrols, collect elemental orbs of any type in the European aerial zone and defeat bosses. With the Hunter legs, defeat combatants in the strike playlist using a subclass that matches that day. Defeat combatants with abilities as a team and defeat opposing guardians in the Crucible or Gambit using void weapons. See, there's a difference. With the Hunter chest, complete Gambit matches and collect elemental orbs using the match day, meaning Arc, Solar, or Void subclass, and defeat enemies with combatants with void grenades. With the Hunter arms, complete heroic public events, collect Arc orbs in any strikes, defeat Cabal combatants using subclasses that matches the day, Arc, Solar. And last but not least, with the Hunter helmets, defeat combatants with the elemental damage, defeat combatants in the European aerial zone, and defeat combatants with Arc weapons. Moving on to the Solstice Mark Majestic for the Titan class. The Titan Mark, complete patrols on Io and collect elemental orbs of any type in the European aerial zone and defeat enemy combatants with solar weapons. The Titan's legs, defeat combatants with elemental damage, collect void orbs in any strike, and defeat combatants with solar melee attacks. With the Titan chest, defeat combatants in strike playlists using subclasses that matches the Arc, Solar, Void day, and defeat combatants in the European aerial zone and defeat guardians using subclass that matches that day. The Titan arms, complete heroic public events and defeat combatants with abilities and defeat bosses. The legendary helmet for the Titan for the Majestic, complete Gambit matches, collect elemental orbs using the match Arc, Solar, Void subclass as a team, and defeat opposing guardians in the Crucible or Gambit using Arc weapons. So that is the Majestic gear for the Solstice of Heroes of 2020. I know it's a little confusing. I know it's a little difficult to kind of like understand what's going on, but on the particular day, this is put this in the video before we move on to the next gear set for Solstice of Heroes. If it's void, have a void subclass, have void weapons, have void everything, have your builds for void. If it's Wednesday and it's solar, have a solar build. If it's arc on Thursday, have an arc build. It's gonna rotate for the next 4 weeks, so make sure that you guys have your best weapons and your best arc abilities or whatever you need to get on this day when Solstice of Heroes is dropped. Now, I'll make your life a little bit easier with the magnificent gear set for Solstice of Heroes. This is where you get that glowy effect and you complete all the full grind for all 3 characters. These are the steps that they broke down for you. Complete the Nightfall Ordeal Strikes on Master difficulty. Complete a Nightmare Hunt on the moon. Complete the dungeon on the moon. Win a match in Trials of Osiris. And defeat the final boss in the Ult of Sorrows. Those are the activities you need to complete to get the magnificent Solstice of Heroes gear set for 2020. I know it's a difficult grind to really grind through, but don't worry guys, I will be live streaming that week. Solstice of Heroes kicks off on August 11th and head through September, so it's like a 4-week event. Because if you guys do know, but Beyond the Light has been postponed until November 10th of this year because of the COVID-19. Kind of have the developers at Bungie not at the studio as like they can, because the virus is very contagious as we speak and the cases are going up. So that's why Beyond the Light has been postponed, and of course they want to release a decent game. So Solstice of Heroes should be your fun grind until then. If you guys have any questions or concerns in the video, let me know in the comment section down below. I try my best to get you guys the activities that you need to complete, and hopefully that, you know, this don't burn you out. Just take everything step by step. Don't complete everything in one day, and don't burn yourself out. You got 4 weeks to complete these activities, or work on the characters that you like to work on. Some people is 3 characters, some people is their main character and don't really care about the other characters. It's really up to you. If you guys want to join me in this event on Tuesday, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell when I go live on that day, and follow me on my social medias. It's much appreciated, so you guys can get notified when I go post on my next videos and when I go streaming on YouTube and of course on Twitch. In the meantime, I will catch you guys in my next post.